don't think you guys are gonna be ready for me to tell you how much I just spent on groceries and show you what I got. I spent, here, wait, let me show you what I got, okay? Sour cream, salsa, cheddar cheese, turkey bacon, taco shells, 2 bags of tortilla chips. So they were like, you can get one 50% off, okay? So there's some deals in here. 2 things of salsa, packets, these are like $1 each. Sourdough bread, tortillas, a frozen thing of riced cauliflower, baby spinach, and kind protein bars, okay? This is it right here. Let me flip the camera around. This is what I bought. Right here. Okay? This is it. This is it. This cost me $75. Oh, and I had $2 off because I'm a frequent shopper. Yep.
So it really hit me today while getting groceries how expensive things are getting. I got 3 bags of groceries and it was $105. I got a pack of ribeyes, the value pack that was $30. That was kind of the most expensive thing out of the bunch. A package of cookies, 2 loaves of sourdough, some Parmesan cheese, 2 things of the cheapest pasta I could find, and then some Boursin cheese and cherry tomatoes. And it was $105. I don't know how people are surviving. I don't know why it just hit me today. I live by myself, so, maybe it just doesn't really hit me as often as people with families, but I really feel for you. I don't know how people are getting by other than just going into credit card debt and debt in general. And it's not just the grocery prices that are up right now. It's the overall cost of living. I mean, house prices, rent, vehicle prices, you name it. So if you have a little bit extra to give to others right now would be the time to do it coming into these holiday seasons, Christmas and the New Year's. Just if you know somebody, a single mom, whoever, just trying to make it, maybe get their groceries for a week, because this just really put it in perspective for me. I mean, I got 3 bags of groceries, and like I said, I live alone, so overall, the things right now don't affect me as much as someone that has a family. So if you have a little bit of extra, now's the time to do it.
It's not the overspending, it's the cost of living. Here is a breakdown of the average Gen Z and millennials' cost of living in today's world. So number 1 is rent. Everyone knows that Gen Z and millennials have to have a roommate. So splitting a 2-bedroom apartment with utilities is around $1,500. If you have a car, a $12,000 to $15,000 used car is still going to run you $400 a month. Car insurance and gas is another $300. Student loan payment, $500. You're going to have groceries for $500. You're going to have personal care, doctor's appointments, hair, gym, about $150, and then cell phone and miscellaneous $150. That's $3,500 a month, which is baseline. Do you know how much $3,500 a month is? $70,000 a year, or $34 an hour. Because after you take out taxes, put $300 for health insurance, and do a healthy $500 401k contribution, that leaves you at $3,500. This is no fun, no savings, no maintenance, no clothes, no kids, no traveling, no vacations, no bachelor parties, no weddings, no funerals, no clothes, no school supplies, nothing. And this is paycheck to paycheck. And on top of it, they're holding $40,000 of student loan debt, a $15,000 car, and if they ever wanted to buy a house with closing costs and the down payments, another $50,000. So they need $105,000. So even if they were somehow able to scrounge up after $70,000 of paycheck to paycheck, $5,000 to go to a concert, to have avocado toast, whatever it is, $5,000 a year, it would take them 20 years to pay off this debt and save up for a house. 20 years of living with the roommate where that rent's going up, and they're making $70,000 a year as a college graduate. The average person in this country makes $50,000. It is not the overspending. It is a cost of living crisis.
You know what's crazy? I'm paying $2,300 to live in my house that I own with my husband a month. And we just got a letter saying that we, starting November 1st, are going to owe $330 more a month because of property taxes. So for our almost 1,800 square foot house, we're going to be owing $2,600 a month. It's absolutely insane.
I don't know where to go anymore. I have no home. I have no home. I don't even know where to go anymore. All I keep doing is driving back and forth on highways. We spend all our time in the car. I can't even cook for good anymore because it's getting colder outside. I'm trying to do my best, but where am I going? Where am I going? I'm either driving to a friend's cabin, which is 3 hours away, or I'm driving to a campground, which is $38 a night and has a shower. Either way, I'm spending money. Inconvenience. This is inconvenience. They evicted me. just starting a new business. Hoping to build a financial future, and now all that debt I'm carrying with me too. Crazy. City of St. John's.
Life's so damn high you can't even afford to die. Have you seen the cost of caskets and funerals? Man, when I die, just throw my ass in the ocean. Fuck it.
This is what $300 of groceries looks like. Mind you, this is Aldi, so at another store it's probably like $550, $600. Mind you, no laundry detergent, no cleaning utensils, nothing, no plates, nothing like that. For more reference, fills up the whole fucking trunk. Point is that's $300 for a normal family to eat healthy. I don't know how many kids they got. I'm assuming 3 to 4. Family of 5 type shit. But you're paying $300 a week for groceries like that. You're spending $1,200 to $1,500 a month just on groceries, right? That's not including nothing else, bro. Like laundry detergent, toilet paper, paper towels, dish soap, fucking everything you can think under the sun that's not groceries. Like, and that shit is also fucking ridiculously priced. And again, shopping at Aldi, if you're shopping at name brand stores, forget about it, bro. You're up probably double the price, straight up. You going to fill the same amount of stuff in the cart, same quantity, everything, you paying at least $600 out the door. So you're telling me if a family doesn't have Aldi, they got to succumb to Walmart or other big box stores and pay $600 a week just to feed their family nutritional shit? Like, you're not going to get me to believe that that's right or it's fair. Like, yeah, they're not growing it, doing whatever their means of, you know, producing that type of material or food that they want. But that doesn't mean that they don't deserve it and that you should be upcharging the fuck out of them for it, so that you could bleed profits out of food. Like, it's a war on humanity. It's a crime on humanity. And if nobody doesn't see that, well, we got to be the ones to speak up and to show the finger down their throat and tell them this shit ain't going to work. It's not going to work no more. We're not doing it. We're not putting up for it. We're going to take our fucking shit and we're going to take what's ours. And if you don't like that, sorry, you've been doing it to us. Every time I think about or trying to move out my parents' house, the cost of living just get higher and higher. Like, insurance goes up, gas goes up, not to mention the fact that you got to make 3 times the rent of wherever you live at, which is kind of insane because the average person my age ain't even making what I'm making. Not to mention the fact that I check my pay stubs all the time. I'm not making as nearly as what I would make if they ain't take all them fucking taxes out of my checks every 2 weeks. Like, and I just been sitting here thinking, like, cause with me personally, when I moved out, I always wanted to move out by myself or with a significant other. And now I'm starting to realize when people move out, they get roommates. Or they move in college apartments with other people that they don't even fucking know of because the cost of living is too fucking high. How can I get a house these days? How can I get a house, bro? The average house is like 300 bands, you know what I'm saying? And like the average like monthly cost of it is like $2,500 a month. Like that's crazy. Like, and me personally, I never agreed with having to have more than one source of income. In my opinion, you having more than one source of income should be a choice. It shouldn't be, I shouldn't need 2 sources of income to fucking survive. I'm 23, bruh. God damn. I am fucking 23. And I'm already like having a midlife crisis for real. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to move out my parents' crib, but I ain't trying to live check to fucking check. Like, I'm sitting here making more money than I ever made ever in my life in a year span. And it's still not enough for me to fucking move out and be able to fucking sustain a living. Like, we're doomed, bro. And they wait until we get grown to do shit like this. Like, yeah, it's over with, bro. It's over with.
Living in America right now feels like a punishment. You wake up already behind, you go to work just to stay broke, and you watch the cost of everything rise while your paycheck doesn't move an inch. Groceries are a luxury. Rent is robbery. Healthcare is a joke. And somehow we're the ones blamed for not budgeting better. People are working 2-3 jobs and still choosing between food or gas. Families are crammed into apartments because buying a house became a fantasy. You can't afford to get sick. You can't afford to rest. You can't afford to exist. But they keep telling us the economy's strong. Strong for who? Because it sure as hell isn't the people doing the work. We're out here treading water while billionaires build rockets, politicians trade stocks, and corporations raise prices just because they can. We were promised opportunity. We got survival. And what makes this worse is watching people blame themselves. Like somehow you failed because you can't afford a one-bedroom anymore. Like you didn't do enough when the truth is the math just stopped adding up years ago. They told us to work harder, but never told us they'd change the finish line. This isn't a country full of lazy people. It's a country full of exhausted ones. Simple as that.
What the fuck is the point of living in America, being a student in America, if I can't fucking live? I woke up today, I have $17 in my bank account. My rent's paid, I'm good for a month. Don't know what I'm gonna do next month. Wasn't able to work last week, so yeah. And I've been bleeding money since I got financial aid. And now I got $17 in my bank account. And you're like, what do you do, right? Full-time student, works full-time. Get a better job? Is that the solution? No, it's not the fucking solution. I shouldn't have to fucking work every goddamn day to bleed fucking money. I'm a fucking student who lives in the richest fucking country on earth. My goddamn taxes should be fucking taking care of me, not bombing people in the Middle East. But no, people in America are fucking starving, and our stupid fucking president is building a goddamn ballroom with money he put in his own fucking pockets. He settled a lawsuit with himself with our fucking money, our fucking taxes. I'm not the only one who's going through this shit. If you weren't born rich, you're pretty much fucked. Even if you were born middle class, you're still kind of fucked, because fast food can't give you more money, and if your family is struggling, and if you're like me, which you're not the first kid to go to college, you're fucked! Richest country in the world, my fucking ass. Fuck Donald Trump.
Life has gotten so expensive that it's not even worth trying to be frugal anymore. There's no point. You want a crashing out video about cost of living? Here's a crashing out video. So last month, our water bill was pretty high, $217 for the month. It was the highest I've ever had. I'm like, okay, let me look into this. Our usage was a little high. So I talked to my girlfriend. I say, let's try to conserve water. We did everything right. For the entire month, we turned off the sink while we were doing our dishes. We took short showers. I even used a timer during my showers. We consolidated loads of laundry. We did everything we could to save water. And you know what? We did a damn good job. We saved 500 gallons, which is awesome. You know, that is a great improvement. You want to guess how much my water bill was for this month? $215. We used 500 gallons less, and I saved $2 whole. Are you actually for real right now? But Zach, how could this be? The fees and the taxes went up so much in the course of 1 month. That's all we saved. So what's the point? Why am I being frugal about it? Doesn't make any sense. Just 5 years ago, my water bill was $130 a month. Granted, it was just myself. Now we're 2 people. I get it. It's going to go up, but come on. There is no such thing as saving money here anymore. There is no such thing as getting ahead, putting together a retirement. None of that. It is impossible. I don't know about you, but I don't think this is sustainable. I don't think anybody can afford anything anymore. And it's getting scary. So, yeah.
We are living in a retirement nightmare right now with so many people facing homelessness. You know, when I grew up, seeing your parents, and then for me, working decades, you think retirement is a time of peace and quiet. You're rewarded for all your hard work. And for so many, it has become a complete nightmare. It's not like that anymore, unfortunately. There are so many people right now that are one rent, one medical bill, and one bad month of being homeless out on the streets. That's very sad. But that, unfortunately, is the reality that we are living in right now. I grew up believing that after working really hard for years and everything would be fine. You know, you're putting into your 401k. You know, if you're fortunate enough to have a 401k, I worked for only one company that had a 401k, so I really didn't have a whole lot in a 401k. I was fortunate enough to have a pension, not a large one by any means, but I just saved for my retirement. That's what I had to do. So that's what we're thinking, that everything was great. You know, a lot of people get that when you retire, people are taking all these beautiful vacations and they're walking through the sand on a beach with their margaritas. For the most part, most people aren't doing that. Most people wish they could do that, but most people are not doing that. And so many people right now are having a hard time with the housing costs, the groceries, the insurance. We're being taxed to death. So you're going to see people that are not always going to tell you how bad they're struggling. I get it. They're proud. I get that. They're embarrassed as to where they're at in life. They're going to feel like they failed. They didn't do enough to prepare themselves. I didn't always do enough to prepare myself. But you're going to find people sleeping in cars. You're going to find people staying with other family members or going from place to place. Can you imagine being in your 60s and 70s and you're not sure if you're going to have a home to go home to next month? I can't imagine that. I am very blessed that I have a home, and maybe I bought at the right time. I don't know, but it's affordable. I feel thankful that I'm where I'm at, but I feel so bad for some of these people that are one rent away from losing everything. I get that. But I've never been in their shoes. So, but I don't want people to blame themselves because it's not your fault. The system isn't built to protect us in today's world. It's just not.
I just want to know if anybody else's insurance is as crazy as mine is. I just got my renewal for the coming year, and my auto policy is up another $500, and my homeowner's is up $800. I'm just supposed to magically find an extra $1,300 laying around? This is really freaking ridiculous. Like, how are people
So let me chime in on how people are making it right now in America with inflation at an all-time high. People that are making $35 an hour, $40 an hour are still broke. So you wonder, am I the only one feeling this? I know you guys are driving around in your city, seeing people still at the grocery stores, still in the fast food lines, still acting as everything is normal. But there's one thing that, if you haven't noticed, people are not using their money to survive right now. They're using credit cards. And if you look at America's credit card usage right now, it is at an all-time high. Most families are already maxed out. And I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to send everything into let's say a bad spot. They're not going to pay these credit cards back. They're spending knowing that they're not going to pay these credit cards back. And so now that these people's credit cards are maxed out, and credit companies are no longer giving them money to survive and buy their food, because we don't have any help in our food. If you make money like I make money, you go to that grocery store, or your wife goes, because I haven't been in that grocery store in I don't know how long, but my wife goes to the grocery store. And if we don't spend $600 or $700 on a grocery trip, I'm surprised. But my situation is different. I have a lot of kids, but you wonder how people are making it out here, and they are not making it off their own money. Plus, let's put the other thing in perspective. You have the government saying that job numbers are through the roof. They have created so many jobs and people are taking these jobs. And that's not true. The fact of the matter is, people are taking on second jobs and third jobs just to put food on the table for their family. Mind you, in the richest country in the world. something's not right. If you are somebody out there surviving right now, taking care of your kids, and your money's going up, I salute you. But 99% of people right now, their pockets are suffering badly, to the point where the government even said that by the end of this month, most likely 99% of Americans will have run out of any savings. Wow. This is crazy.
And when are we gonna address the fact that the cost of living is literally costing a fucking living? I ain't signed up for this shit. A motherfucker is tired. Very grateful to be able to obtain in this time that we're living in. Cause God forbid you gotta start over. They not even hiring, not only for degrees, but for regular jobs, regular positions. They're not hiring for shit. Then don't have been somewhere where the cost of living was already high as a motherfucker. Now it's triple double that. Quality shit as fuck. Go to the grocery store. The second you buy some motherfucking fruit, you bring that shit home. Do you know you got 30 minutes? 30. Gas is literally lasting 2 and a possible. Bitch, 48 hours? All I did was go to work and back home. Like, it's not even that far, bitch. I'm like 10 minutes away. Like, I'm over it for real though. I'm truly over it. Then they wonder why motherfuckers ain't having kids. Like, is you cool? For what? Motherfuckers without kids don't even want them anymore. Like, it's just, no, they don't even want them. And then everybody else that have them already, they're done. They're done. Bitches just starting to get their tubes tied. Bitch, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I don't have to get an abortion. I'm not having no more. Like, is y'all fucking cool? It's crazy out here. On top of it being HIV every motherfucking word you turn, bitch, ain't nobody worried about fucking. Then y'all getting ready to take away Medicare and Medicaid. Who the fuck got time to be raising kids on top of taking care of their elder loved ones? Like, it's just too much going on. It's enough is enough.
I want to know how people are surviving, because if your electric bill looks anything like mine or close to it, I mean, mind you, I have a 2-family home, but it has 3 floors. My tenant does pay her own utilities. I am in charge of my floor and the basement, you can say. And this is what it came out to. It's usually like $400. You know, in the summer, it could probably be like $500 because of the central air. And I do have a pool. But this is crazy. I don't know how people are going to survive this. I live in New Jersey. I know that it's in other states also. But I live in a and it's not even the best town. I live in an expensive town. Rents here are astronomical. They're just insane. And being able to pay your rent and then you have to pay a bill that's this high, or even let's say in the 500s, how are people even doing it? How are people surviving? I just don't get how a governor, a mayor, anybody can really allow this to happen to your people who vote for you. Like, and I'm not even a political person at all. But this is crazy. I don't know how people are going to make it. They're going to be paying their rent and sitting in the dark, because who can afford this? I am so grateful that right now, because anything can change, we can afford to pay for this. But who's to say next month or the month after, if something happens, we can't afford that. We wouldn't be able to afford that. I don't know how people are doing it. People that have young kids, this is crazy. And they're just doing it. They're just sticking it up our asses, and we just have to figure it out. Like, we just literally have to figure it out. We've been figuring it out for many years, and it's just getting worse and worse. Something's got to give. I wouldn't even know where to even begin, because I'm not into politics. I'm just dumb as a doorknob when it comes to any of those things. But like, this just like opened my eyes. My husband went yesterday to pay the bill, and it was $1,900. And he's like, where? They wouldn't give him any information because his name is not on the bill. So I looked at it this morning, and look at me. I have like hives because I just can't believe it. And I feel for people that have to pay something like this and can't really afford it, because you're not even making that much money either. Like, minimum wage is insane. I just can't. I don't know how people are going to survive this. It stresses me out. Like, it really stresses me out. At this point, all I could do is hope and pray. Really, because I really wouldn't know what to do, how to do it. Like, I don't even know what is this? Delivery? What the hell is anybody delivering? Nobody ever came to my door to deliver shit. And then you get like a little bit of a break on the first 600 kilowatts and then it goes up after that. Like, what? No, this is insane. And you could see I didn't even really use that much from June to July. No, no. Let me know anybody else is like stressing. I don't even know what to do.
Bro, if I knew how bad the economy was gonna be up to date, I wouldn't have been riding no bikes, playing no video games. I would have bought a house when I was 10. They did a study based on today's economy. Like, what should minimum wage be based on today's economy to make sure an American is comfortable living a day-to-day life, like with the prices, how the prices is up to date. Bro, do you know how much they say you need to make an hour to be comfortable around this motherfucker? $66 fucking dollars an hour. $66 an hour, bro. Who the fuck making that? That ain't even the kicker. You make $66 an hour. You work 40 hours a week. At the end of the month, guess how much you gonna have in whole? 10 bands. Oh no, but don't think you taking the whole 10 bands. You forgot about Uncle Sam. You're going home with 6,500. Maybe a 7 ball if you lucky. Okay, so eliminate all the bills and life expenses from that 6,500. You left even motherfuckers who making $66 an hour after paying all their bills and life expenses at the end of the month, they only gonna be able to save a band or two a month. So regular motherfuckers like me and you was just cooked. We po. We just at this point we just on the internet seeing who can be po better. Who can be best at being po.
There you have it, man. What do y'all think, man? Do we need a revolution or a resolution for this? Because at this point, right? At this point, what do we do? You know, and you know, like I said, I'm 37. It's not our fault. It's not our generation's fault. You got these baby boomers, yo. The baby boomers are the reasons why we in the place we in, and people that vote ignorantly. That's why we're here. People vote against their own interests. Okay? Somebody explain, like you said, how we're supposed to survive with the way the cost of living is. Your man the orange dude, ran on a promise of making everything cheaper, and it's actually worse than what it was 6 months ago. It's worse. It's worse. Okay? I'm not going to make this a video about him. I'm just explaining it in general, because he's a big now, but small microcosm to what the problem actually is. Okay? You got the top 1% running the damn world, running the country. I don't think, correct me if I'm wrong, leave a comment in the comment section, but I don't think they're living like this in China and other places, from what I've seen online. Singapore, places like that. I know every place has its pros and cons, but I don't think they're living like how we're living. Like America, we're tired right now. And if you're not, you got to give me the sauce. You got to give us the sauce on what you're doing to make money, because this ain't working. Okay. You got rent. Most people average $900 to $1,800 a month on rent, whether it's a 2 or 3 bedroom, whatever your discrepancy is with that. But the average is around, like, I think $1,200. Then you got mortgages. If people got a mortgage, you're either paying on the low end. If you've had your house for a long time, less than $1,000, but most mortgages are averaging around $2,200 a month. Okay, $1,800 to $2,200 a month. You got electricity and gas, which averages around like $190 to $200 for a medium, small size house. An apartment, that's what I was paying in my apartment, and not there much either. Okay, groceries are averaging for a family of 4, $900 a month. No, six. Around 1,000, you're averaging around 1,000 something a month, and that's eating moderately as heck. You know what I mean? Insurance. If you don't have Medicaid, you're paying somewhere around $500 to $600 a month premium. Okay. Gas in a car, $300 on a low end. Okay. My truck takes. I'm 60 per week, right? So, yeah, I'm paying damn near that same amount in gas, just to get to where I can make the money, okay? And that's not even including, like, if your car breaks down, you have your car breaking down, you have any of that stuff, right? What else? Your car note. Now, some people can't afford to buy a used car because used cars are more expensive now to buy outright than it is to just lease a car every month. So most people's car notes are averaging between 250 to 600 a month. Then you got to worry about the holiday season and your basic necessities, things you need daily, deodorant, toilet paper, clothing, right? Because you put wear and tear on your clothes if you wear them every day. So what are you supposed to do? The baby boomers have made this economy so far out of reach, it's not even fair. The baby boomers and the rich is why we're in this issue right now. The choices the baby boomers have made and are still making to this day for us, for the younger generation that are in the workforce, is the reason why we're in this situation now. It's not our fault. Don't let them trick you into thinking it's our fault. Oh, you're just not working hard enough. Baby boomers weren't working this hard. Baby boomers didn't have multiple side hustles just to sustain. It ain't our fault. I'm a millennial. It ain't our fault. You can't trick me into believing it's our fault. The facts are there. The numbers are there. The data is there. You can't. We need a revolution or a resolution. One or the other. It can't keep going on like this. What are you going to do? You're going to have millions of Americans on the street? Capitalism is going to fall eventually. It can't sustain. People will overthrow if they have to. It's scary, because hold on. I think this guy said, like,
You forgot about Uncle Sam.
Like, I don't know how we're sustaining. I don't know how we're doing it, but we're doing it. I don't know how. And I think this guy mentioned, like, people are
That they're not going to pay these credit cards.
using credit cards and things like that to stay. I'm not even doing that. I don't know how I'm making it right now. I don't. I'm making it, but I don't know how I'm making it. I'm more so like one of those parents now where I have to pay a less important bill for a more important bill first, but I still got to pay the lesser important bill. You feel me? Like, I still got to, like, I work from home too, so I have to pay for the internet. I have to pay for the internet. I don't have cable, can't afford the cable, but I do got internet. I make sure I got internet. The kids need internet to do their homework. You know what I'm saying? How are you supposed to, what are we supposed to do? You're just not working hard enough. Oh, we're going to let the people that sit behind a desk and probably work literally no more than 40 hours in a year tell us we're not working hard enough. So whenever y'all done being mules, whenever the people are done and are fed up enough to actually do something about it, that's when it'll change. There has to be a breaking point with this. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I live I'm in upstate New York. I can see how tough that is. You know what I'm saying? For people that live here, I can't imagine what it's like in, one of these red states where the cost of living is lower, but you also get paid less too. We need a resolution or a revolution. It's one or the other. Revolution or resolution. Because this can't sustain. I honestly would like to have some discourse in the comment section. Please let me know what y'all think, because I do read them. And be respectable, all right? We don't come over here with hatred, with vitriol. Don't do it. We're speaking about a issue that's affecting everybody. This ain't race related. This ain't politically enhanced. This is strictly what's affecting everyone in America as a whole. And we have to acknowledge that. We have to. All right? Leave your comments below. Like, comment, share. Ayo Bassel TV. I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.